You can do whatever you want, that's fine. As long as you don't shave my beard, that's the only condition that my wife has.
You know what? She doesn't have a choice today, so.
This is definitely like something I've not seen before.
Are you Balaji?
Hey, hi.
Balaji.
Hi.
I'm Sly.
Hi, Sly. I'm
Welcome
Balaji.
to the Beardbrand Barbershop.
Thank you.
What brings you by today?
You can say I have a long hair. I'm in Austin, and this is the best place to kind of have a give it a go and see if I can experiment with my hair.
Yeah, you ready to chop it off?
Absolutely. That's my wife. Her name is Garima.
Hi, Sly.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to
Yeah,
meet you.
she wanted to be here and see what happens to me.
And I think I've seen him without beard maybe like twice, and I feel like he's a whole different person whenever he experiments with his beard and his hair.
Yeah.
I think that's my favorite part. Yeah.
So you love him with the beard or without the beard?
I love him with the beard.
You love him with Balaji, how long have you been growing your hair out for now?
I think it's about 1.5 years now.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the beard?
Would be about a year.
And you're no stranger to style changes, right?
I don't mind going and trying any of the hairstyles or the beards.
Maybe just don't shave off his beard entirely.
All right, so I've got Balaji here.
Balaji, okay.
Balaji is originally from India, but he's been living in Austin, Texas for a long time. He brought his lovely wife with him to experience the drastic change we're about to give him.
Yeah, man,
he's
that's
been growing
awesome.
his hair and his beard for an entire year at the same time.
So he's looking like a mountain man.
So he's looking crazy. Option number one is going straight for a buzz cut.
We're all fans of that, yeah, hell yeah.
Big buzz cut, make the beard look nice and prominent.
If you like a low maintenance cut, that's the one for you.
Yeah. Option number two is early 2000s emo.
I wonder if he's a fan of My Chemical Romance or Bieber.
That is an option. Option number three is something like this. It's a little tighter on the sides. It still gives us ability to like have some hair on top.
This guy's got waves. We can make something work with it. I love a versatile haircut, and that looks dope. Let's do it.
Let's go.
Bobby and Balaji, the killer duo, man. All right, take one last look. This is,
Okay.
all we're gonna do is braid it. So,
Okay, that's fine.
have you ever seen Willie Nelson?
Yes, I have.
Can you imagine? They never let us do Willie braids, these guys.
You can do whatever you want, that's fine. As long as you don't shave my beard, that's the only condition that my wife has.
You know what? She doesn't have a choice today. So if you only have a little soul patch, then that's what you're getting today. No,
You don't get to see yourself in the mirror at all
Oh, is it?
through the entire haircut.
so you don't know what you're gonna get. You're just gonna have to be here along for the ride.
Okay.
You trust us.
Does that make you nervous?
But yeah.
Good. So, Balaji, tell me about this hair that you got going on right now. You said that I heard that you're growing it out for a year?
Year and a half,
Wow.
to be precise. I just decided to grow after a long time. This is the second time. I mentioned before. I just decided not to touch it. Just kept on growing. Been maintaining a bit, on and off.
When you say maintaining, you're talking about getting a little bit of a trim here and there, getting it cleaned up at all?
Cleaned up, yes, but no trims at all. I have not touched it at all.
Wow.
The only thing I do is
Kind of around the edges so it doesn't grow into your ear, but that's about it?
not even that.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, just let it grow. I usually have a bun, so it kind of, I'm able to manage it as is. But if I'm leaving it like what you have right now, it's not a good state to be all the time. So, yeah, just let it grow. I liked it.
I'm always interested in seeing how hair looks after being on someone's head for that long, and I don't see any split ends. The thing that I do see are these really sharp hairs. This is a good example right here. I don't know if you can zoom in on that, but like that hair right there is really sharp at the end, and that means that it's been on your head since like the time it started growing, and it really was able to like exist on your head. That's just a good sign of health when you have those really needle point hairs, because they slowly erode away, they sand away. Instead of breaking off constantly because it's too dry, it's neglected. But yeah, your hair feels really good all the way coming through, and not seeing any evidence of, just a couple of little split ends, but that's gonna happen. You just don't want to see that throughout the entire head of hair.
Right.
So I commend you for just kind of knowing where your sweet spot was and letting it do its thing.
Thank you.
Say goodbye.
Okay.
A year and a half of growing, a minute and a half of chopping it off.
Wait,
He said, wait.
I'm feeling it now. It's gone?
That's
Shoot.
it. Just like that, man.
Okay.
Hey, what joke did Trey tell you?
Oh, you know, his jelly roll.
Ah,
A lot of his friends tell him he looks like someone.
one of their best friends from back in the day. Man, I mean, that's a look in itself. It looks, he's got such good hair. He could kind of just leave it like that.
Yeah, probably we can rewind 5 minutes ago. Just leave it as is then. With the long hair.
Too late now. So did you have any other hairstyles that you were getting regularly before you let it grow?
I would do the Tom Hardy. I would go 0 on the sides and 1 a little above, and then.
Really? That's nice and short, man. Thanks.
Yeah, and then I would have a slight cut somewhere here.
Oh, get out of here, bro. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
Yeah. So that was my favorite for a long time. So I would do that.
Was there a particular Tom Hardy movie that was inspired by?
I would say Venom. Venom has
Oh, okay.
yeah, some of his cuts, and then I think it was. Like the current one was inspired by the Peaky Blinder look, long
yeah,
hair
yeah.
and the beard. Of course, I can't bring his accent, but
Now you got your own accent, man. Just write it.
yeah. So, but then in general, like but the problem is like most of his movies, especially Steven Spielberg's movies, is usually with his mask. So you won't see him a lot, whether it is Dunkirk or whether it is Dark Knight. So you won't see him a lot. The only specific, like if you look at otherwise his media presence and stuff, that's where you will see a lot of his hairstyles.
Tom Hardy has quickly become one of the Barbershop's hair inspirations, like
Oh, yeah.
icon. We get a lot of Tom Hardy requests, and I'm sorry guys, but y'all don't look like Tom Hardy.
I just like the way he carries himself. Whether
Oh,
it
for
is
sure.
in fact, he reads bedtime stories to children as well, so that's also a bit sexy, I would say.
Yeah, man. So we should all aspire to have a cool voice like Tom Hardy.
Yeah.
So still debulking it, just slowly but surely getting down to a shape that we can really start finessing. When you're doing a buzz cut on somebody, you want to give them a couple of options before you chop it all off, instead of just putting it down the middle. Based on the bald buzz cut that we chose, I'm just measuring all the hair on his head. It's a new method of.
You could just do whatever you want without saying bald.
We'll have to count the number of times we've already said it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just say for this bald haircut.
For this bald haircut, yeah. Since we're gonna be shaving his head down at the very end of this, yeah. This is me just practicing some of my techniques, for the next haircut. And then grow it all out.
I promise I'll come again and you can experiment whatever you want next time, but not on the camera though.
You were telling me that you've been following Beardbrand for a long time.
Yeah, I mean, my first product was December 2015. That was a beard oil. I don't know if the website was on around the time, but I bought it from Amazon. It was the Spice Citrus. Spice Citrus has been my favorite for a long time. And then I've been buying just the beard oils. I've mostly tried beard oils. I've had the few samplers. I've tried, what was that? I forgot the name. I've tried the balms. I've tried.
Four Vices, Old Money, Tree Ranger, Temple Smoke.
No, those were the second set of brands, like the four. So I tried. So I like the Spice Citrus and then the Tea Tree. Those were my favorites.
The two that we don't have anymore.
Yeah, yes.
We apologize.
Yeah, and
However,
then-
hey, but get this.
And then
we've got some new fragrances, and you're gonna help us decide
Okay.
which one sticks around for the long haul.
Sure.
So
Sure.
if you do like it, you'll get to have it for a lot longer.
Right. The second, that was the second series, right, where you had the temple smoke, Four Vices, and then the other two. So that was the second series, I guess, after the first one, with what was it that starts with Lambert? Lumberyard. Yeah, I like that one too, actually. So that was, yeah. Anyway, so that, yeah, it goes long. The one that I was forgetting was the hairspray, sea salt spray. Yes. Okay. Yeah, that's the one that I tried a long time ago. But then, yeah, I've been a frequent customer for beard oils even before the Shark Tank. Yeah. And the reason I was looking for it is because I just wanted to maintain my beard. I was looking for a beard oil. Came across. I don't know if I looked up other brands. I've just been buying Beardbrand since then.
So there's going to be a long enough length up top and then buzz cut, but we're going to straighten it out. So Sly, this is the one where I need you on. Like this, like that, or zip zap.
I think the second one.
Cool. Is there a stage of your beard that she prefers most, like when it's first growing out, nice and short, or does she like this like long?
She likes the long one.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
She likes it as is. She doesn't like me to trim it. Yeah, in general, she likes it long. So.
Is it because it covers more of your face?
Yes, that's right.
I figured as much.
We've seen you.
I thought you were not going to ask this question.
We saw you without a beard.
Oh yeah.
You sent me a photo.
Yeah.
I was like, man, what a cool looking guy, man.
She asked me to do that just so that I don't get that one. That kind of look. So she purposely asked me to send that one to you.
Yeah, you were digging through the archives, man.
Oh yeah. Just wanted to make sure.
So to maintain some of that nice flow and texture, he's got some nice waves in it. Didn't want to get too aggressive and buzz this thing down super short. So just hitting it with the shears, getting some of that taper in, nice and snug to the nape. It's a little longer than finger length, which is about half an inch, right? So we still have some combability, but nice and snug to the head and neck. So gives it a good shape and structure. It's combable. It's handsome. It looks a little bit more refined. Going down super short with the buzz cut, just doing a quick fade. That's an option as well. But for me, I always enjoy doing a cut like this because if we did decide that we wanted to chop it all down, that takes 2 seconds, So I can always cut off more hair, but putting it back on took him 1.5 years to grow this stuff. So. It's been long for such a while that the hair will tend to pull itself down just with all that weight. And he's got such good wave, it's going to bounce back up. And we want that. I want there to be a little bit more volume than just a nice slick back haircut, because you can accomplish this with some product, but on those days that you just use some sea salt spray and maybe some of that leave-in conditioner you was talking about earlier, I want the hair to react in a very positive way and not have a ton of effort into it. Have some spring in it and really enhance those waves that he's got so many of. So just the other thing is that his hair was long for so long that it hasn't had any of this treatment, any of this texturizing for so long. This is all brand new, fresh, unabused hair, so breaking it up a little bit just to soften it up, lighten it up. And we're just talking about nothing too aggressive in the direction that the hair is growing. Yeah, look at that. How much longer that. And it springs right back in. That's the beauty of curly hair, and that's also the bane of curly hair. For us to have like super long beards, we have to grow it like 7 times the length from like a straight hair.
It gets hidden under the
Yeah, so it gives it nice density, nice thickness, and volume. But man, like I want a long beard. It takes you 3 times as long. This is going to be like one of those moments where it was just a block of marble and we're just going to chip away, seeing what is revealed to us. It's still going to leave a little bit of length and some weight, blend into the beard nicely, but yeah, the current length that they are, unless you're doing the Yosemite Sam handlebar, you can get away with chopping a few of them off. That is exactly what a lot of us barbers, when we're just kind of staring at beards and combing them out and seeing where that density is, that's what that looks like. It's where that transparency starts to wither, and you're getting into the real thick portions of your beard. And I'm gonna just start this a little bit longer, and we're gonna finesse it because I know that he's got a lot of hair that's hiding under there, and I want to attack it from the side in a little bit.
What are you thinking about when you do this?
So I am looking at that density we were talking about earlier. Where does that really start to thicken up? The other thing is I'm looking at how the angle that I'm putting in here on the side of the beard complements the face. I do like a heavy beard, but he's got a face that I would like to sharpen up. So instead of having a beard that's like really heavy back here in this nook, I want to pitch it up just ever so slightly so that this front portion is the real hero, and we give it a lot of angular dimension and some sharpness.
You guys mind if my girl sells the Girl Scout?
A lot of beards that we do, we typically take this sideburn down to like skin, but with his transition from longer hair into this longer beard, I'm being a little less aggressive and keeping this sideburn a little bit longer, and I think it'll transition, still give you the idea that there's a transition from the hair into the beard, and give it some dimension, give it some closeness to the cheek, give it some of that structure like we were hoping for, but without being so extreme. Because people can still make that bald and fade it out and give them a taper essentially, but now I think we're going for much more of a handsome kind of classic look versus super duper aggressive. But once again, I can always take off more. I was gonna leave the back portion of his hair a little long, like a mullet, or maybe with like a bit of a rat tail. But but apparently that's not the look anymore. People are going away from that, so we're gonna give him a tad bit snugger of a finish down here on the nape, and I think that's a good call.
Rat tail?
Probably a mullet. Yeah.
Left a lot of hair still. You didn't cut it all off.
Okay. Saving grease.
Just in this back section, is all. I didn't cut off any of that hair. I'm gonna lay it back so I can get a hot towel on this beard. I'm gonna.
Okay.
Let's do like a week and a half, so probably like the 5th, I would say, on a Wednesday. I think that might be Tuesday.
Good night.
And this is where we chop off of the hair.
How often would you do this? Like,
This could be something that you do as infrequently as quick. But before what is it
just for occasions?
Yeah, just like a special occasion. Or if you're starting to notice that it was getting extra thick, you might want to do this just to trim it a little bit better. But maybe you slept on it kind of wrong, or you went to bed with it wet. So this is just an in case kind of situation.
Okay.
Or it could be every single day, because it's not touching the hair straight on with a heating implement like a iron or some type of heating brush. You could get away with it much more frequently without damaging the hair.
And you would do this after applying the oil or before?
I like to do it before.
Okay.
You can do it when you can apply oil, but it might get your brushes and your combs a little gunked up. So.
Okay.
Check out the look.
Okay.
Yeah. What do you think? So we were gonna iron this out so you can have an emo look.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah. Do you like My Chemical Romance?
No, this is great.
I cut your hair down to about 5 inches, 4.5 at the longest, because I wanted to preserve a lot of those waves. You can see, if I would have cut it down a lot shorter, we would have maybe had one wave, and that's just, we want to have some fun with this. You're used to having long hair. At the same time, bring this down enough. And we went from having like a little bit of length into a little bit less length, and then tapering it out. And that's the kind of fun thing about trying some styles and some lengths on the same haircut. You know what I mean? Just a few different finishes makes the haircut look completely different. The nice thing about this haircut as well is that it's going to be nice and tucked in, nice and tapered, nice and short in the back, but you still got all this fun that you can have up in the front. And to preserve that wave that we're talking about, we're going to use some sea salt spray. Okay. And then as far as the beard goes, still a beard. You know, your chin is right here, and then you can't see a finger under there.
Right.
Gives you some structure on the side. It doesn't expose any of those like softer, weaker spots.
I like the continuity here as well.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it helps kind of pop that thickness off right away, because that sounded weird. Pop that thickness off? I've never even said that in my life.
That's fine.
That taper, that shorter taper, helps accentuate the length right away, instead of having it be really long over here and then get short here, kind of exposing some of those those weaker spots. Yeah, we're just digging into those sides and tapering it out. So Before we throw in any product, we're gonna let you take some whiffs of our fragrances.
Okay.
Bold Fortune has been on our shelves for the longest.
Okay.
So go ahead and give that a whiff.
Okay.
This is Norse Winter.
Okay. You're quite right.
Ooh, some black cells. I've got some. And then the latest edition, Ghost Tracer.
Okay. I would say it's a tie between the first and the second. The reason why I selected those two was like just because I could use it daily.
Yes.
And then
Black
third one,
cells.
it's kind of how do I say?
You can say unique.
Unique, juicy, flowery, kind of a,
It smells like a mermaid's vagina. Which to me is one of my favorite fragrances.
Okay.
So we got some sea salt spray here. You shake it up. Always want to make sure you shake it up. Get that clay released. And then when you're pumping your sea salt spray in with hair this length, I like to give it a good little pinch and pull it out so you can get some of that product at the base of the hair so you can drag it through as you style it.
Okay.
And you want to give it a nice solid pump so that there's a very fine mist of the product. And when you get good coverage, it doesn't just kind of clump up in one area. It gets spread out throughout the entire style. And then you can leave it like that and let it naturally get those waves in.
Okay.
Or to speed it up, you can hit it with that blow dryer and then get as much volume as you want. And you'll start to feel that clay activate as you dry it. So I'm gonna stretch out these waves ever so slightly to help them relax just a tad, because I want to be in control of how much wave I have in my hair to speed the process up, to really fine tune what you want to do with your style. Otherwise, the beauty of our sea salt spray is that it's really easy to use in the sense that you could put a sea salt spray in when your hair is bone dry or completely wet and then just let it air dry. And because it's so soft, it's not as crunchy and hard holding as maybe a paste or a water-based product like a fiber or a pomade. You can still run your fingers through it and kind of mess it up and give it some of that final look, final touch. Bring out some of those curls. Give it a bit of crunch, if you need to. For that bad boy, you want to, small pea-sized amount. Get that spread out in your hands, and it's literally nothing in there, but it's got some tackiness, some stickiness to it, and that's what you want to do is just help drag some of that product through there, without disrupting any of the work that the sea salt spray is doing.
Karima, are you nervous at all?
No, not at all. It's hard to surprise me with his looks. He's thrown so much at me already, so I'm okay.
Yeah.
But just excited. Yeah.
You're excited?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, go ahead and open your eyes.
You look amazing.
Look different, right?
Yeah. This is definitely something I've not seen before. Yeah.
Especially the base.
I love the hair.
Yeah.
Isn't this what you always have tried to do? Yeah. That's amazing. Did you teach him to style it so he can look like this every day?
Yeah, there were some lessons.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
What do you think about the beard?
The beard is perfect. It's a perfect length as well. Yeah. I think the longer one is harder to maintain, right?
Yeah.
This is amazing.
The entire experience was amazing.
Yeah.
And Bob and Sly, they were just entertaining me. And, they scared me a bit. I like the hair, the waves.
It's amazing. I think I'm really blown away by his hair. It looks fantastic. It really has taken years off of him, I feel like. He looks amazing.
I think his hair looks more full too.
Yeah.
Yes. I think that is one thing that he wanted to work on was to him, it looked like his hair was thinning, although there was a lot of volume at the bottom. But this makes it look like there's a lot of volume on top as well.
I would definitely give a thumbs up. please do come, experience this. Please come and see for yourself.
Also,
For sure.
I think the barbershop was amazing. It
It's
has a
pretty cool.
very cool vibe.
Yeah, pretty
I
cool
would
vibe.
I would visit it just for the vibe as well. It's amazing. Loved it.